Hello, how are you? I'm Lesley Logan, co-founder of OnlinePilatesClasses.com. Let's talk about imposter syndrome when you're teaching. So first of all, this question came from you guys in the comments on one of our videos, and that is what we go live about on Sunday. So if you have a question for me to answer, just put out any comment on any video, and we will make sure it gets in the lineup. I really do enjoy answering these questions. If you are an OnlinePilatesClasses.com member, we answer your questions in our members-only community, plus we give you feedback on your form when you submit a video. So we love doing that. If you want more information on that, just ask. Okay, so I got this really lovely comment and question, which was, I'm building towards the hours towards my certification. I have severe anxiety and nervousness around teaching classes. I love one-to-ones more, and I just don't know how to stand in front of a bunch of people and teach them. And like, I love this. You should be nervous. You're new. And I think here's the thing with imposter syndrome. It is a sign that you are not an egotistical maniac. So just congratulations. You are an awesome human who cares about doing a really, really good job. And a lot of times I actually find instructors feel more comfortable teaching classes than one-to-one. So I actually think that this is you're in a good place is what I'm going to say, because being comfortable teaching classes can just take some time. And I'll give you some tips on that in a second. Being comfortable teaching one-to-ones is difficult because that's like you have to look at one person the whole time and make sure you're moving their body. With a group class, I'm going to give you full permission. You can't fix everybody all the time. And I think where the anxiety comes from is like, am I going to be able to help everybody at once? And the truth is, you're not. You can't. And the people coming to a group class can't expect that either. They have to understand that this is a group and we're going to do the best we can for the people that are here. And you are going to do the best job you can in fixing and addressing a thing, a topic. And where I think a lot of teachers, especially new teachers, get overwhelmed is they're trying to fix everything in a class, and you can't. So, and also you shouldn't do it in a private session anyways. So what I tell people in my mentorship program, which is called Elevate, which if you're watching this live, we're actually going to be opening up the doors for people to apply for 2025 this week. So if you are a teacher, new teacher, experienced teacher who's wanting to have more confidence in your teaching, have more understanding about the method, improve your own practice in your teaching, and ditch the lesson planning, then I would love for you to be in Elevate, because we do address this whole thing. But what I can sum up for this live for you to take away today is this. Pick a thing to focus on in a class. A thing. And then give yourself permission to look across the room and scan the group and go, is what they're doing dangerous? Because if it's not dangerous, then you have to just understand that you've got that you're going to focus on this one thing. So maybe it is one exercise or one theme, or maybe you're just focusing on helping them understand the choreography of the exercises, but not necessarily like diving in super deep to all the nuances. You can't do that in a class. That's overwhelming. That would give me anxiety too. So when I go into group classes, when I'm on tour, when I teach, I literally ask myself, like, is that dangerous? If the answer is no, it's okay if it's a little bit ugly. That's what my teacher Jay Grimes says, like, get ugly Pilates, get used to it. Dangerous Pilates, never. And so if you can give yourself permission to have one focus for the class and then be scanning for danger and only addressing that when it's necessary, you are going to give yourself a lot of permission to be very present and in the moment, and you're going to actually help the class learn one thing. And I promise you that's all they need, because they don't remember what they had for breakfast this morning, right? So if you do that, it really takes a lot of pressure off. The other thing is, you're new. Allow yourself to be new. And one of the things I think a lot of teachers lose out on is their practice. They end up teaching a lot to build towards their teaching hours, but they forget to take time for themselves and in their own practice. The more you are in your own practice, the more curious you are in your own practice, the more your teaching is inspired, and also you remember what it's like to be a student and you teach towards being the client. We tend to teach towards teachers because that's who we're practicing with in our programs and things like that. And then we think everybody knows what we know, but they don't. People who are not studying Pilates do not know what you know. So they can handle one thing. So that's what I would just say is, like, give yourself permission to be in practice, give yourself permission to focus on a thing, correct where danger lies, and then know that it's also okay if you don't want to teach classes. There's a whole bunch of people who should be in privates only, and they need a teacher like you. And it's also okay if you love teaching classes and not privates. Like that's what's so fun about how popular Pilates is today. You can actually have a niche that really fits you. And so you don't have to be good at all of them. And you can also love doing both for different reasons. I love doing both. I love teaching classes because I can teach a ton of people at one time and really make impact. And it's also ways that it can be affordable and accessible for some people. But I also love nerding out with people on a one-on-one session. But more importantly, I love people being able to understand their own movement in their own body. And so when I teach a class, when I teach a session, I'm not trying to nitpick all the different things. I'm looking at the body move and I'm giving directions where needed, where it can improve the connection to their practice for that day, because our bodies are different every single day. So if you give your clients permission to be in practice, I hope you give yourself as a teacher permission to be in practice. If you're wanting more pep talks, by the way, my Elevate program is really great for that. And also I have a really awesome pep talk on Pilates anytime. You can use Logan, so LLOGAN, to have a 30-day trial and check out that pep talk. It's like 20 minutes and it covers a lot of different things about class planning, and I hope you do. If you are not a teacher and you're like, what is this video? Keep coming back. We love answering your questions. And, you know, sometimes students who love Pilates eventually become a teacher sometime in their life. And so even if they want to nerd out for their own practice, so enjoy all the tutorials that we have to offer. But for all my teachers out there, please, please, please keep your practice a priority, and it will make your teaching better. Thank you so much. We'll be back live next Sunday answering more questions. So again, drop them in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do. It actually really does help us if you subscribe and hit the notification button so that we can continue to support you with more and more videos. Have an amazing day.